Hey, what's happening? This is Tom, nerdremix.com. Trimming hedges. No, actually, I'm not, but these figure pretty prominently in the movie I'm about to review here. It is called Mimesis, or it could be Mimesis. I've heard it pronounced about 3 different ways. I heard it pronounced a completely different way. It's pronounced Mimesis in the movie, but I heard it differently on The Big Bang Theory once. And basically, it's a word meaning art imitating life, as it were. And this is a very cool film directed by. It's making a festival circus now, and it's gaining some momentum as far as good press goes. It was directed by a man named Douglas Schultz up there in Michigan, right above us. And it was written by Mr. Schultz and Joshua Wagner. The film opens with a farmer coming out of his field. First thing that struck me was this looks like Malachi as an adult. And I looked it up, and yes, Courtney Gaines is the actor that played Malachi and plays the farmer in this. The farmer dies, and he dies pretty brutally. So, cut to a horror convention. Turns out it's Motor City Nightmares. I saw that in the credits. I kind of recognized it anyway. Very cool convention. I've been to it 3 times. I'll be attending it again, and always have a good time at that convention. So let me just give a little shout out to the Motor City Nightmares people. But anyway, Russell and Dwayne, 2 horror. Well, Russell's a horror nerd. Dwayne's kind of his reluctant friend, and there's a lot of horror convention stereotypes in here. The goth girl and nerd people, the reluctant girlfriends, the reluctant friend, I'm going to be a star people. I'm going to make my kid a star. They're all in here, and I don't know if that reinforces or what, but it doesn't portray people at horror conventions in a negative light. They attend a panel with a director named Alfonso Betts, talking about the effects of horror movies on people. And he's played by Sid Haig. Yeah, it's genre favorite Captain Spaulding up in the house. The guys get invited to a party by a girl named Judith, played by Lauren May Schaefer, and she's a really good actress. By the way, Russell and Dwayne, Russell is played by Taylor Piedmont, and Dwayne is played by Alan Maldonado, who, if they ever decide to make a biography film of Timbaland, this guy could play him just by gaining a few pounds. So anyway, they go to this party. The usual people are there. They have a few beers. Boom. Russell wakes up in a cemetery dressed as Johnny from Night of the Living Dead. And with him is Karen, who's played by Jana Thompson, who also does a fantastic job in this. And things denigrate from there. Now, this is kind of Night of the Living Dead, which is, a public domain movie, and it's been done to death, people watching it. There's been parodies on it. There's been people doing their own soundtrack to it. There's people adding scenes to it. This is a different take on it. This kind of struck me as Scream by way of Night of the Living Dead, or vice versa, Night of the Living Dead by way of Scream, and that you have a certain plot points that I don't want to give away because I am going to recommend this movie that follow along with the protagonists in the original Scream movie, and kind of this. One problem I did have, my screen or DVD stopped a couple times, and it was during the action on different parts. But anyway, very good segue into the Night of the Living Dead thing, and the shambling dead once again descend on a Midwestern farmhouse, and that's always fun to watch. But some pretty amazing shots all around. You have all the people here. You have Dwayne, you have Johnny, you have Barbara, you have Tom and Judy, you have the Coopers in the basement, and zombies have dirty feet in this, I noticed, and that's one thing. For an independent production, it has a very cool guy on fire stunt. Some very cool stuff all around. Very good shots, very good audio, and very cool kills and everything, and solid acting throughout, especially Alan Maldonado and Jana Thompson and Laura May Schaefer really struck me as being good. The guy behind the whole thing, named Patrick, is played by a man named David Griese, and very cool take on the whole Night of the Living Dead thing. And the tagline for the film is, "Why watch a horror movie when you can live one?" And I think that would be the dream of a lot of horror fans like myself who attend conventions and stuff like that, but maybe not this dream, because this turns into a nightmare. Yes. But anyway, very cool film. I think it's going to go far. Very, very, very good production for an indie film. It looks like probably 10 times what the budget was. I'm not sure of the budget, but this movie looks like a couple $1,000,000, and I'm sure that's pretty far off the mark of what they had. But anyway, like I said, very, very ambitious film. Very, very well done, and I think it's going to go far, and I'm sure you'll see it at Redbox, Blockbuster, Netflix, and everything else. And I'm definitely going to check out and see what comes next from director Douglas Schultz and some of the cast in this movie. Like I said, especially Jana Thompson, Laura Mae Schaefer, and Alan Maldonado, which are basically the three main characters, and they do a fantastic job in this film. So definitely check it out. I'm going to give it a big ass 9 out of 10. Yes, 9 out of 10, and I never give films 9 out of 10, so you know I like a film if I give it a 9. So definitely check it out when it comes to a theater near you, a DVD near you, or a festival near you. It's called Mimesis, directed by Douglas Schultz. I'm Tom. Support independent cinema.